Hey, soy Iván, un nativo del español con 18 meses en japonés, more than 43 months in English, and as an athlete, I'm on a mission to help fucked up language learners who can't study for more than 5 hours on a daily basis. You know how every language learner says that it's not possible to learn a language in 6 months to 1 year? That's because 99% of people are mentally disabled. They don't know how to study. On top of that, they only study for 1 or 2 hours a day, thinking that they will burn out if they do more study. Their brain doesn't even work whenever they study because they are digesting food. And so this video will explain all of the activities to outwork basically every person who learns languages. Do fasting place. So ignore everything but just this one habit if you want, but literally just don't digest food while you study because that's the worst thing that you can do. So whenever you're digesting, basically your body is directing all of the resources to your stomach, and you don't want your body to do that. You want your body to direct all of the resources that it has to your brain. So if you pay a bit of attention to this, which you probably are not even able to because you are digesting food right now, you know for a fact that digesting food will not be good in almost 99% of the cases. Now, one thing that people do is that they eat first thing on the morning like an abnormal human being. 1,000 million years ago or 1 million, 2 million years ago, cavemans didn't eat first thing on the morning. Why? Because they didn't have anything to eat. They first went to hunt the lion or the boar or the tiger, and then they ate. Literally, they first went to work and then they ate after they work. And you can see that right now we're different. Yeah, we're different. We're in another society. But our anatomy system and our nervous system has literally not changed. And you're literally going against your anatomy right now. So if you don't study first thing on the morning, you are not going to be able to study. It is normal that you're not going to be able to study because you're literally going against your nature. So don't go against your nature. Don't be stupid. At least the first 2 hours of your day, fast like a normal human being. Believe me, if you just do this simple act, you will feel like your brain will start working. You will concentrate more on your immersion. You will feel like you have even more comprehension. You will feel like you can actually do your immersion, study for hours, do Anki for 1 or 2 hours daily. It is abnormal how much you will improve by literally just not going against your nature, which is not eating first thing in the morning. And you don't need to do this like the first 10 hours of your day like I do, because I literally eat at 1 p.m. I don't eat anything before 1 p.m. I literally just take water and take coffees. Literally, I don't do anything else. Be normal and fast for the first 2 hours of your day, and you will notice that you are able to do everything you always wanted to do. After you are kind of accustomed to fasting for like 3 or 4 hours, you can advance into fasting for 7 hours or 8 hours, and believe me, you will have literally 80% more results than a normal person in languages. Wake up early. This is literally the second best habit that you can do to outwork everyone. So from now on, if you wake up at 4 a.m. and you study 2 hours before you go to school, work or college, yeah, you will not lack the time. I'm saying this because I know for a fact that there's people who come from work and they are not able to study because they are tired. They want to, I don't know, watch TikTok, they want to watch Netflix or everything, and they don't want to study. That's because your first action on the morning is preparing to go to work. Your first action on the morning should be studying. You don't need to know anything else. If your first action on the day is not studying, you will never get addicted to studying and doing hard work. This will be literally like some sacred hours. So whenever you wake up at 4 a.m., you will notice that literally you woke up with one purpose, which is I'm going to study Japanese for 2 hours before I go to school, college, or my work. As simple as that, and you will respect those hours. If you wake up at 4 a.m., you can imagine that you will not scroll like a retard. You will not scroll in TikTok, social media, YouTube, for everything. This is why I recommend so much waking up early, because literally you will not lack any time. As simple as that. And the way to wake up early is literally setting up an alarm to go to bed early. Oh my god, how difficult, right? So if you want to wake up at 4 a.m., you have to put an alarm at 7 a.m. As simple as that. You know that there's people who put an alarm to wake up. Well, it's actually not like that. It's actually the contrary. So if you put an alarm to go to bed early, you are going to wake up early. Oh my god, how difficult, right? Meditation. This is literally the third got to your habit. So if you can meditate for 5 minutes a day, you're literally going to increase in happiness, concentration, and by default, that will increase your results in your studies, not only in language learning. So basically, meditation is not having zero thoughts. That's bullshit. So you know that maybe there's people who say that when you do meditation, you have zero thoughts and you're not getting distracted. In reality, when you do meditation, you notice that you're distracted. You get this thought about the girl that you fucked, you get this thought about a video game, you get this thought about X thing, it doesn't matter, but you are getting a lot of thoughts, and the worst thing is that you're noticing them. This is how you do meditation. So first, you focus on just one object. That object can be your breath, it can be your face, your fingers, it can be your mouth, whatever thing. You focus on just one object. Usually people do it with their breath, and then you lose your focus, and then you focus back again on the object that you were focusing on, which is usually your breath. Literally, that is meditation. So you're going to go to your phone, put a timer for 2 minutes to 5 minutes, because literally you probably are not even going to be able to meditate for 2 minutes at the start, because literally you can't stand to be just with your thoughts. So put a timer for 2 minutes or 5 minutes and basically try to focus on your breath. You will be very distracted, but it doesn't matter. Focus on your breath, lose the track of thought, and then focus back again on your breath. If you want to have some guided meditations, basically just use this app, which is called Medit. Plan your next day the day before. I can't believe that you go to sleep without having at least an structure for the next day besides the hour at which you go to work. Of course, you're not going to be productive. You're going to be thinking about all of the things that you're going to do on the day, on the same day. Whenever you're going to literally eat something, you're going to be thinking about what you're going to eat, instead of having thought about that the day before. Whenever you're going to wear something to go to school or work, you're going to be thinking about what you need to wear on that same moment. If you're making all of these decisions on your day, which could be 10 or 20 decisions on the same day, brother, what the fuck you're doing? Are you retarded? You're literally making like 30 decisions, 50 decisions in a day, and you're not really even noticing it. Believe me, if you plan your next day the day before, you will have to do like, what? 1 decision, 2 decisions every day? And you can literally spend all of that energy on your work. And overall, you will have even more fun. So when you're planning your next day, this is what you're going to do. You're going to plan when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, when are you going to study, what are you going to study, when are you going to take a nap, and for how much minutes are you going to take the nap, when are you going to watch Netflix, and how much Netflix are you going to watch. You need to plan even your procrastination. When are you going to go to a gym, for how much time are you going to go to a gym, when are you going to talk with your father, because you need to talk with your father at least 10 minutes a day. That is the level of autism I want you to have when preparing the next day. And if you do this, you will not have to do any preparation when you're on the same day, and you will literally not have to do 50 decisions on the same day, and all of that energy will go into just doing immersion, and that is what you will literally outwork everyone. Don't be retarded, this doesn't take a lot of time. Like maybe the first day it will take you like 20 to 30 minutes to prepare the next day, but once you have the routine, it will not change as much. Maybe some days it can change, maybe some days life will get on the way and you will not be able to follow everything perfectly, but it doesn't really matter. Just try to follow it as perfectly as you can. The important thing about this is that you have some preparation the day before. So believe me, if you do this, you will have like 2 or 3 hours more on your day by just doing this. And if you want to get more of this type of content, basically just go to the description, click that link, and I will help you to become the person who you've always wanted to be, which is the person who enjoys studying languages for 5 hours daily. Thank you.